Hello there and welcome back to race number 16 of our F1 22 manager career with Aston Martin. We're going to Monza in Italy, so let's jump in and do a little bit of that admin work that we're up to. Apparently we exceeded expectations with our last race in Zandvoort, even though we came P11 and missed out on points. Our new ATR period starts today, which means our simulator and wind tunnel hours have reset, and we've got a decision to make here on a proposed regulation change, and that's to bring the cost cap down to 136.2 million. And you know what, I think we're actually going to vote for this. We've got money in the bank that we haven't managed to spend this season due to having a lower factory. So we'll benefit out of that, bringing the top two teams into our type of region. We look at our engineers, got 3 and 4 days before we get them back as we complete a design on the new rear wing for our Aston Martin car. So we'll get them manufactured before the race. However, that is tomorrow and I'd love to test this part out. So we're going to do one emergency rear wing and stick that on Esteban Ocon's car to see what the performance difference is. And then we'll manufacture some for the next race for Sebastian Vettel's car and spares. You can see the difference that makes already. So we'll get these ones manufactured in time for our next race, race number 17. 5 engineers will be free in one day, so we can get some development going now on our next part. We'll do side pods, research into them. We'll stick a lot of hours into this. We noticed that we missed out on some hours in our last period. We actually lost, I think it was 1.5 and 20 hours, so we'll make sure we don't lose that this time as the front wing research is complete, and that's for next season's car. So we'll go into some more research as well. We've already done chassis, front wing, rear wing now. We'll do the underfloor for next season and get a good jump start on that development. Low speed performance on the underfloor is what we'll focus on, and we'll stick 5 engineers into that. Cost 1 million to do and 62 days to complete, so that'll keep them busy. Let's look at our performance targets for our race in Monza. I think we'll definitely get through to Q2 with Esteban Ocon. That is a guaranteed. Now we won't be getting fastest lap, and we'll go for a qualifying position streak. Yes, we will. 2 races to get P15 in qualis. Let's see if we can get that done as we head over to Monza.
In the fast lane. We're here at Monza in Italy, the home of Ferrari.
So let's jump straight into quali. Now, if you remember from Zandvoort, last race we had a really scuffed practice sessions. That was due to Sebastian Vettel crashing his car, but he's made it through all 3 practices this time in good stead. In Q1, first laps he's put the car P14, Esteban Ocon put it P10. Now Ocon's just finished his run and stays P10. Can Sebastian improve on P14 and go through to Q2? It'd be a massive achievement if he does. Let's see what he does. He improves 1 place, goes above Yuki Tsunoda, who's finished. And look at that. Sebastian Vettel in P15, Esteban Ocon in P10. They both make it through to Q2. And is that new rear wing showing the difference already between our drivers? Well, in Q2, Sebastian puts his car P14 after his first run. 3 sector frees and he stays P14. Ocon, can he get out of Q2? He's P15 at the minute. After everybody else, he's the last person to cross the line. Where does he go? Goes in P10. There's no one else who can knock him out. Esteban Ocon has made it into Q3. Unfortunately, we'll lose Sebastian in P15. But a great result here for Esteban, who's going to go into Q3 in P10. Improved his time on Q1. So at the end of Q3, we did our lap and we was P10, green sector 1 and green sector 2 on the final lap. What can we do? Can we improve in any way? We improve our time, but we don't improve our place, and we stay P10 behind Sergio Perez. Max Verstappen will take pole at this Monza Grand Prix for 2022. Esteban Ocon in P10. That's a great result for him. A really good one for the team.
Drivers are strapping themselves in, ready for race day.
Aston Martin were on target for qualifying. Now it's up to them to defy expectations for the race itself.
So, strategy for the race, 1 stop for both drivers, mediums onto hards. Pretty much the same strategy, just 1 lap out from each other. So let's see how we get on.
A somewhat overcast day for the drivers, who've now taken position on the grid. And there, we've got Esteban Ocon. Are at the oldest circuit in Europe for this, the Italian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
So Crofty gets us underway. Ocon starts P9, Vettel starts P13. That's because we've got some engine penalties for other teams in the race. The most notable one is Sergio Perez, who starts in P18. Ocon makes up a place there around that first corner. Actually gets it taken off him. He's fighting alongside Lewis Hamilton there. Good friends in real life off the track. As Ocon plants his car in front of the Mercedes of Lewis Hamilton, and he takes P8 and he'll chase down Alpine. Fernando Alonso, his former team, is alongside Pierre Gasly there just in front. Sebastian sitting in P13 just behind Lance Stroll, and there's a common theme between our cars and Lance Stroll, and there's that they just cannot separate themselves from each other, even though we separated ourselves from Lance Stroll. He's like a thorn in the side who just will not leave us alone. Ocon in P8, swerving across the track there just to defend from Lewis Hamilton. Seven-time world champion. Won't be world champion this year, as it's a straight fight between the two Ferrari drivers. Talking of that, Charles Leclerc takes P1 off Max Verstappen there. Although Verstappen looks like side by side then on that camera shot. Ocon has dropped Hamilton a little bit, and he's actually gained some time to Pierre Gasly in front in the AlphaTauri. Alonso overtakes Pierre Gasly up into P6. Vettel still in P13, just a little bit further down. Hopefully he can do something on this long straight. Unfortunately, nothing could be done on that long straight as we skip a couple of corners onto lap 2. Sebastian Vettel side by side with Lando Norris. Lando keeps his car in front.
DRS is enabled.
So DRS enabled now on lap 3. Will this be the boost that Ocon needs in a couple of corners time when we go through the next DRS barrier? Detection zones. Obviously that home straight does have DRS, but it was too early to gain it. Side by side here with Pierre Gasly in the AlphaTauri. Do we have a better traction? This will be tight going into this corner. I guess it's whoever brakes latest. As you see Sebastian overtake Lando Norris there. Lovely, lovely job. So past the McLaren we go. Sebastian up into P12. Ocon in P8, still side by side with Gasly.
Just gained a race position.
Ocon on the inside, using the apex, and he just uses the apex to guide his car in front of Pierre Gasly. Nicely done, up to P7. Great work. And now we chase Valtteri Bottas down. Ocon also sets the fastest lap there. We just went a little bit more aggressive on our tyres, just so we could make some places up there. As on lap 5, Sebastian Vettel dropped down into P14. Had a little moment, which meant that he lost some places. Can he get close to Lando Norris there? Lando just puts his car in front and nothing can be done, unfortunately. So lap 6,
Take a look at the replay.
Sebastian gains 2 places, same scenario. Look at this, really good work out on the outside. And then just leaves the Haas enough room.
And they move up the field with that.
But it was a really nice work, and that is some vintage Sebastian
I think
Vettel.
it's safe to say that went down well with the team.
Lap 10, Ocon chasing down Fernando Alonso in the Alpine. Alonso P6. DRS will open up now for Esteban. He pulls out to the right-hand side. Look at the traffic in front of Bottas and Russell. Will that hinder us in any way? We're going to try it up the inside. Oh, looks like we've gone late on the brakes. It's worked an absolute charm as we take P6 off Fernando Alonso. What a move. And on lap 11, Esteban Ocon is absolutely on it today as he overtakes Valtteri Bottas in P6. Can he make that move stick? Everyone's going to get DRS here. Look how bunched up that field is. That's Charles Leclerc there. Russell's just overtaken him. Ocon still past Bottas. Can he keep it in this corner? Bottas will get a better line coming out of it. But look at Esteban. Esteban, whatever he has had for breakfast this morning, I want some of that. To P5.
We just need to charge up.
So there we go. Esteban comes into the pits to start his long run on the hard tyre. Where will he come out? Sebastian's up to P8. Esteban comes out in P6, Sebastian in P9. Sebastian's pit strategy opens and he'll box now for the hard tyre.
And we will be boxing this lap.
So we're going to go aggressive now on this last lap before we box. That was a strange one there. Alonso just seemed to lock up on the corner. So Sebastian gets around him nice and easy. Now Ocon in P7, remember going long on the hard tyre now, chasing down Lando Norris. 25 seconds to Pierre Gasly. That tells me Gasly has not pitted just yet. So there could be opportunity here to jump back up to P5 for Esteban if he can clear Lando Norris. Thinks about going on the left-hand side, decides no, I'm going to take the inside line, which he's done all day so far. Can he get a better exit from this corner? Uses the apex. Can he squeeze him like he did with Fernando Alonso before? They're side by side. Who got the DRS?
Copy.
Oh, have they both got DRS? Oh no, okay, so just Esteban Ocon has the DRS. I thought Lando Norris's DRS opened up for a second there. So that was well timed from Esteban. He's up to P6 and he just pushes on now. He'll get past Gasly. Gasly and Hamilton have to pit, and Esteban has done both of them. So he's up to P4. Leclerc pits. Sainz overtakes Verstappen to take the race lead so far. Esteban in P5 now has Alonso, Hamilton and Gasly all chasing him down. Hamilton side by side. Esteban. Can Esteban come out the winner here, or does Lewis just have the better car? It looks like the Mercedes keeps that place. So Esteban down to P5 and with Alonso hot on his tail. Lap 38. George Russell in 4th, Ocon in 5th, Hamilton in 6th. Ocon has done Russell before the turn. Will that be a hindrance? No, because George Russell has the inside line. We need to watch out for the DRS detection zone here. The optimal place to be here would be just behind Russell on the line. Russell does have DRS. Oh, we was in front on that corner, so we'll lose DRS, which means Hamilton sails on by us. So we've come out bad there. Just mistimed that line, unfortunately. So we're in P6 now on lap 38 of 53.
It's a race position gained for Mercedes.
Down in P6, Alonso will be encouraged by that. Although Alonso's nearly out of the 1 second range, which would be very handy for us.
Nicely done.
Vettel in P17, not been a great race for him so far, but Esteban Ocon is in P5. There is 5 laps of this race remaining.
You can stop, lift and coast.
It's a yellow flag in sector 1. Oh, and it's Vettel, he's run wide, that's why there's a yellow flag. That's disappointing to see. Ocon going for a drag race with George Russell, who doesn't have DRS, so we've timed it well this time. Into the first corner, the two Mercedes are going to fight each other now.
Okay, so just lift and...
And as we come to the last lap, lap 53, it's a straight shootout between Ocon.
This is last lap. This is last lap.
Ocon and the two Mercedes are going to have a scrap here, as Max Verstappen looks like he might win this race unless Carlos Sainz can overtake him with DRS as we come round to the final corner. Although we jumped the gun a little bit there. So Ocon goes to defend on the ERS system. Aggressive on the tyres, aggressive on fuel. He's got a 0.4 kilograms left in the tank spare. Vettel's gained a place into P16. It won't be enough for him though.
That's a position gained for AlphaTauri.
Disappointing day for Sebastian, not too sure what's gone on there.
Use energy if you need.
As Max Verstappen wins the race to Carlos Sainz. We're in P4, can we hold on round the last corner? We're deploying the battery. Look how close George Russell gets to us, but we put the car in front. Will we cross the line in time? It's a drag race, we've done it. P4 for Aston Martin and Esteban Ocon. What a result that is. Sebastian Vettel comes home here. Look how close these cars are together, but it'll be P16 for Sebastian.
Let's check the flags.
So, a fantastic day for Esteban Ocon. He finishes P4 and gains 5 places. A big point haul for Esteban, 12 points in the bag. So disappointed with Sebastian Vettel's performance. He loses 3 places down to P16. We'll have to see what's gone on there in the driver's standings. Esteban's in P11, but he's only 2 points behind Sebastian now in P10. So that gap is closing. Esteban will eventually overtake him now. We're staying in P7 in the Constructors, up to 63 points, only 5 behind Alpine now, so hopefully we can jump them into P6. Experience points for Vettel, Ocon and Piastri, so that's great for their development, especially for Oscar. And Esteban Ocon bags himself £500,000 in finishing bonuses, well deserved for coming P4 in this Monza Grand Prix. So, Ocon brings us back into the points and we go to Singapore where Vettel shines through every year. Thanks for watching this episode. Make sure you like, comment,